That actually sounds like it'd be an amazing show.
Welcome everybody!
Hello.
Sorry, I didn't realise you were going to check something out. Okay.
Yeah. No, it was just a joke tweet about a murder mystery show where they have a guest celebrity helping the detective every episode, but they never give the guest celebrity a script, so they have to improv the entire thing.
To be fair, they kind of did that with Scooby-Doo, Guess Who, where they had Scooby-Doo episodes but with a different character assisting every time.
But they gave them a script.
So, welcome to what should be the finale of Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Sugar. These are the Wings of Sugar. Yeah. Turn the sky to chocolate. His throat's hurt, or its throat is getting very...
throwing, like, icing sugar everywhere.
Its throat is getting very sore from constantly screaming like this, so we're just going to wait until it burns out.
It's swallowing.
Yes. The former tentacle monster is now swallowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just can't keep...
No way to that.
Its two themes are sugar and porn.
Yeah.
Good for it, I guess. On your topic of...
Well, you've got the bow out, so...
On your topic of, I guess, somewhat relating to the Hot Bunny Boy thing.
Yeah.
Someone had a tweet. I think it was someone actually official with the multiverses thing. The Warner Brothers multiverses game. They had like a Twitter poll thing for what Looney Tune character the people want added. And you know what? I'm proud of the Twitter community.
Mm-hmm.
Lola Bunny only ranked 5th.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, of course, Daffy Duck unsurprisingly was number 1, but number 2 was Wile E. Coyote.
Oh.
Which is surprising because he beat Taz.
That's impressive.
Taz was only 3. But even more impressively, Lola Bunny was, 5th.
Yeah. That is a shock.
And was it Marvin the Martian was White Cursor?
It doesn't matter what attack. Just keep.
Oh, okay.
It. It's not attacking back at the moment. It's swallowing.
Oh, okay.
You just need to break the parts as quick as you can, because it will start using the spirit bombs, which will do 911 damage.
That hurt my ears just then, but...
Why are you attacking the other part, Kyle?
Oh, there we go.
Well, you should be able to break that wing this turn.
Oh, it's still swallowing,
Yeah.
And then kinship straight away for the other wing.
Well, Senran can't target it, can he? So, we'll just have to...
Oh, hopefully. Oh, well, he's going to use the thing, so I'll use Senran Kagura as quick to stop it.
Because it gives Kyle a turn to attack.
Yeah.
And you guarantee it being able to take at least one spirit bomb.
Mm. And Senran Kagura's got the best defense, so should I leave Senran Kagura out?
Although, to be fair, you could probably just... Okay,
no.
Swallowing.
Thank
you for lying to us, Susanoo. Power shot?
Yep.
Break it?
Its body. There we go.
Good.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
That's it? Wow.
That's it.
Okay, I expected a bit more, actually. Got to be honest. That was kind of a bit of a letdown.
I'm going to be honest. It went by quicker than I expected as well.
Yeah.
I was admittedly severely underleveled for this entire fight.
Yeah. Like, I think the problem was that they kept interrupting us with cutscene after cutscene.
Yeah.
Not really expanding much each cutscene.
You know what the best part is?
What?
If you lose in the fight, you have to do the whole thing over again, because I lost in that final phase.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense that you'd have to do it over again.
Yeah, you have to watch all the cutscenes.
Huh. Yeah, honestly, the cutscenes kind of were a pace breaker.
Yeah.
But you get 2 of them.
You always had 2 of them.
Oh, I guess. Rapha, temper! I know you're like 1, but... you were able to shoot straight before. You could have just blindfolded. This will work. Oh, no. Yeah, I hate riding him. I need to have the extra one to shoot Rapha.
No, it was literally because Rapha was thrashing about. He couldn't steady himself. So he was like, yeah, I'll get a steadier shot by yeeting
Incredible.
myself.
We're not even the hero of our own story, Carl.
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, God, my wings! Jesus Christ!
Your turn. Rider!
Kyle, I'm glad we did it. Wait, Kyle, oh no, he broke his back up on the line. Why didn't anyone catch him?
There you go. Look, he's gone Super Saiyan again.
Okay.
That was it. That was the only reason I told you to stop using the costume. He does absolutely nothing in this scene. He just went Super Saiyan. For dramatic effect, I guess.
Stop with the Grandpa Red.
He's
work.
died twice, game! Let him rest in
Doesn't work.
peace! Now you too can be like your grandpa and die prematurely. Isn't this beautiful?
Well, the other alternative is, you know, having the dress as a bikini and introduce pole dancing to the
Bye,
elves.
Navarro!
I mean, there's the Nuate village. They haven't been introduced to the grandpa's pole dancing.
That's
so.
true. Bye, Nanka.
Oh, I guess Knack's dead. I guess there won't be a Knack 3. Oh.
Everyone's dead from the looks of it. That's it.
Yeah, how do we survive with
turned
this
to
explosion?
dust.
I was standing right next to, like, Kyle, but that exploded too much.
You got Kyle. I can't carve the monster now! You vaporized
My
it.
machinations are ruined!
I thought you said my machinations. How did you survive the fall?
This isn't Boku no Hero. Full damage isn't much of a thing.
It's true. Even in death, you cannot escape Navarro.
Oh yeah, it's my sleeve.
Oh, you clipped through your sleeve.
Yeah. I do not want the last thing I see in life being Navarro's face.
Also, we did this at night. Why is it daytime? Were we really fighting for that long? There you go, the hunters.
You're leaving already? Sorry, buddy.
I need to execute a lot of hunters.
Don't forget the gift.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's a shame I died, apparently.
We can't even see it. 'Cause
Tsukino was the one who found
You
it.
found
Found
what?
what?
I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be the piece of her necklace.
How did that survive? It was shot into a moth monster.
No.
Yeah.
We couldn't see it because of the goddamn bonbons.
About that.
Dead.
Oh, and I switched over to the original outfit.
I should have known where to find you.
Yeah, I've gone back to fight again with basic armor.
Partner's been waiting for Rapha to come back.
Oh yeah, because he
Put
vaporized.
his life at risk to protect us.
He was not even one.
Literal baby. Dead. Because
The
you...
baby saved the world because you adults were useless.
Thanks to your efforts, Mahana is safe.
Don't say it to Ina. She didn't do anything.
She just had a necklace.
Tsukino. Everyone who helped us along.
No, the old man did not help us. God be honest. Oh, did it cause more... You know...
What did the cat
No
do?
offense.
He just made us run a bunch of errands, didn't he?
Oh, he gave us explosives to break
That's
through the
true.
blockade.
He gave us dynamite. Oh. Good old
Well,
textures
to be fair,
collection.
kind of following my grandpa's footsteps, this was, you know, Kanan's variations of bikini. Like, it's funny, every other character's costume is the, you know, an actual one-to-one
That's
sort of thing.
a damn strong
good.
whistle.
Yeah. Every other character is one-to-one when you get their armor sort of thing, except Kanan's, where it's like, nah, can't have her in a bikini. Meanwhile, you kill the protector of nature, and he says, here you go, bikini.
Yep.
Or the boar, here you go, bikini.
I am really dehydrated! Why did none of you come to find me?
I won! I didn't know where home was!
I was confused and
Just hungry
scared.
bites into me.
Just drops into the ocean. I haven't eaten for days!
You weren't even in after the final one. It was Senran Kagura, actually.
Which is hilarious.
Senran Kagura was
Mysterious jumping up.
Mysterious in a bikini stopped the hentai monster.
It's bikinis, man.
I'll tell our story to everyone back home.
Because I do still need to execute several people. I'm not kidding.
Together,
They committed crimes. And crimes are not forgiven in the hunter community.
about the bond between riders and
If you want, I can bring their heads to you.
This is a story of how peer pressure forced a 13-year-old to save the world
and
a
another
baby.
13-year-old to be friends with the other 13-year-old.
I'm going to tell my story to your father, to the therapist. We are horribly
I'm pretty sure my
traumatized.
father's dead. I haven't seen him since.
We are horribly traumatized.
Guys, children.
Like, again, the thing is, as you said, with Pokemon, you just kind of end up in the sort of big dramatic end. You don't set out ever to do that.
Yeah.
This game, you did set out to do this.
Yeah, you were literally told to save the world, and you were like, oh, okay. What about the adults? Are they going to help me? No, they've got important things to do, like protecting this remote village.
We could do that. Kana could have gone
But
out.
the world's going to end. No, they must protect this remote village.
So,
in case you fail.
What did you think of Monty Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Sugar?
I mean, personally, I quite enjoy the game. Mechanically, I enjoy it a lot. Wait.
Yeah, Avmar procreated. That's what happened.
Yeah, is Avmar a girl and Ranmar a dude then, or vice versa?
No idea. Also, they skipped over Alwyn just then.
They'll get back to him. Because technically he's actually more important than most of your allies.
This was actually for the photo shoot when they first finished building the remelt. And he's come there and it's like, this is actually the second build, but...
Look at that 1,000-yard stare she has.
I just love when they try to tell us that Venus really knows what's going on. It's like, really? Really? That goes against all our jokes.
I like this game. I do have some gripes with the story, as I've made clear throughout the story. And I know you have gripes with the story. Red just falls flat completely. Yeah, again, the only reason I liked Red...
Oh, Nava has left us at long last.
Oh, that's what you think.
He's gone back.
You're in a body bag behind...
He wants vengeance, so he's gone to learn from Cheval.
Shane Luke just vanished from existence!
Gosh, Cheval was not needed. He was like the worst part.
Yeah, no. Cheval was just completely irrelevant.
I know there was a lot of bad parts, but he was the worst. Like, I didn't mind the cutscenes, at that point, because obviously I'd already dealt with like the worst part. Yeah. But like Cheval as the character is like the most unnecessary. He is purely there for
fan service.
Look, he's developed since Monster Hunter Stories 1.
He could have very easily been post-game.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely issues with the story. It could have been done better. And it could have been paced better, for sure. But I guess, like, a lot of the Red stuff didn't really bother me because I just didn't pay attention to it. I just laughed because he had little love heart eyes. No offense, Avina, I would not feel safe barfing with that thing. Ever.
Yeah, I knew they wouldn't be able to get away without, a hot spring scene of a character.
I mean, they had a hot spring scene
as
before.
in, like, with one of the girls sort of thing.
Well, I mean, old Day might be a girl, I don't know.
Once again, are you sure they're not related?
They clearly are related somehow. Also, Kyle apparently can't cook.
That's the Moth Dragon.
Dude, this stuff is wicked good!
Yeah.
Overall, I enjoyed the game. Could be better. Could be a lot worse. I've played a lot worse. But I enjoyed it. You?
I am not sure at the end. It's above Pokemon Sword and Shield, I can say that.
I've very much got the impression you were conflicted.
I'm very, the thing is, there's like, as you can know, I was very angry with the ending of the ice area.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of any of the red things, which kind of ruined a lot of the Alwyn flash cutscene. Like the first part of the game, I really liked story-wise. Then the second part and the third part,
that dude's name
is
Sorry, that dude's name is literally you.
Basically, the second, the third, and then the first part of the fourth part, wasn't a fan of. But then, like the rest of the moment, you go to that tower and everything, the fighting of the riders, all that sort of like this is this dark organization thing. That was all really cool.
When you got
and the whole
violence against humans.
The whole of was it Ogura's area?
Yeah.
And the Pit of Remembrance stuff. And the red cutscene there wasn't even too bad, sort of thing. Of him dying.
Yeah.
Cheval wasn't good, but I still liked the area, and I was liking a lot of the story. At that point, I was just really enjoying the story, even getting past the Cheval thing, which was a terrible cutscene. But I didn't mind the rest of the parts of Cheval.
Oh, his dad is alive. I think.
Well, again, in the Japanese dub, they make it sound like he's like slightly injured. In this one, he sounds like he's been like every bone in his body broken, sort of thing.
He did take a fireball from a
yeah, but Kyle took
he doesn't even look related to him.
Kyle took 2 fireballs from the Raphalos. That didn't do much.
Raphalos took the kinship as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but then that stuff with Zellard at the end, that made no sense to me. Like, you don't need to try to redeem Zellard. You could have just had him die here. It would have worked better as a character. And they don't show where the hunters went or all that, or there's a lot that didn't make any sense there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it worked trying to redeem Zellard, because like he still had a good point. it is nature here.
Yeah.
Like his entire thing about listening to nature, he just shows a different side of nature. Like there's nothing
clearly sane
as
side
evil
of
as
nature.
as evil as he is, he technically isn't wrong. He does exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Except he just chose a different side of it. So I feel trying to say one way is right over the other weakens the experience. Ina's had, aside from ironically the Cheval scene, the Cheval storyline, Ina is otherwise one of the worst written characters I've seen in the fact that there's nothing for her.
Yeah, she's barely written.
Yeah.
For half the game.
Cheval thing is the only time she's really... Naru, as annoying as he was, has a character. He's actually develops and really good overall by the end.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that I don't like that he's constantly throwing out puns.
Naru definitely grows.
Apparently, from what I heard, Naru's a lot better in Monster Hunter Stories 1 because he's not... Because the flow of it's a lot more natural. They kind of force you onto him too soon and develop this bond too out of nowhere, whereas it feels more natural in the first one.
Yeah.
Gameplay wise, it takes a while for it to get good, in my opinion.
Yeah,
the tutorial island's pretty big, and honestly, a lot of the good elements they don't capitalize on for a long while. There was so much they could have done, and this was the end cutscene. Allergies don't go away. I'm not sure why he's, Yeah, that's what we need for the end cutscene.
That cat unconscious.
Yeah. But the person who voiced Naru is called Mao. That's not even a name.
/ Wyatt Bowen.
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah,
a lot of the good gameplay elements take too long to get into.
Yeah.
I feel. There's not enough rider battles, because you get the rider battle against Alwyn, and then you don't see it again for ages.
Yeah, they do go a very long time.
I really definitely feel like a good story thing would have been you actually have to have a fight against Avinia because of the whole windmill thing.
Would have made sense.
I think that would have worked really well. And would have been a great... That whole cutscene at the end is also just being horribly rushed, sort of thing of, can you make a decision, sort of thing. It's like, because your character's a silent protagonist, there's nothing really able to work there. There are games that choose silent protagonist. I will talk about how good Twilight Princess's cutscenes are. Constantly, because I was amazed at how good they were going back to playing it for the review.
Yeah.
But they show so much character in those things and, development sort of thing. But it's too hard with what they're trying to do here with your silent protagonist. They can work, but it just doesn't... It's not quite done, given enough time for the character. Because they're thinking about too many other characters. In particular, Ina takes up too much of it and ends up...
getting in the way of your character.
Naru, ironically, Naru has a problem with voicing for your character a lot of the time, but I feel it works a bit better because he feels more distinguished as his own because he's got so much personality, whereas Ina's just kind of...
boring.
Yeah. Boring except for the Cheval entire... Basically, with the Pit of Remembrance to the end of the Nurganante thing, that was Ina at her most interesting.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, again, she's like there again.
Yeah. Doesn't help that all the other characters are more interesting as well.
Let's see, what was it? But yeah, like the stuff with where they teased at first with the Anjanath Sun thing, which they did finally do with the Crimson Quoropreko and the Digido, Devil Ho. Yeah, those were really good. Why wasn't there more of those? Whilst I wasn't a big fan of how the enemy, there was no way to identify when an enemy was going to hit the enemy was going to hit for the second attack of their turn. I did like that they introduced that sort of thing. When they go rage raid sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I particularly like in the Final Boss how the wings influence how many times it could attack.
I liked that.
Or how when the Crimson Quirko, whenever it summoned an ally, it could no longer do the double turn attack sort of thing. I like that there was an influence that sort of thing.
You had some sort of control over it almost.
There was a problem where too many of its good gameplay elements took too long to really go into, or they used them too sparingly.
Yeah.
The other monsters interacting sort of thing, which did do that sort of thing, but better. Blue Dragon.
Yes.
Because the Blue Dragon, you could actually influence things by having two different monsters who hate each other interact in a fight and make your fight much easier because they'd be too busy fighting each other. Or another game, a lot of the older Final Fantasies, you'd have sim situations where you'd have enemies on either side.
Yeah.
And where if, because you take more damage from whichever enemy you're facing the back of, so you have to decide which way to fight sort of the two enemies, which works when you've got allies sort of thing, obviously it wouldn't work without that thing. But there's also another way. Despite being the second game, it kind of feels like we've built a solid foundation, but we've not capitalised it fully. I don't know if, because I've known a lot of people seem to emphasise the post-game of this.
Yeah.
But I, weirdly enough, don't feel this kind of works in terms of designing for a competitive mindset. You know, it's like it doesn't feel like the kind of game.
Competitive stuff would be a bit.
Pokemon
weird.
feel like it's designed almost more competitively. I mean, particularly later with like Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
More competitively than any of the others. But yeah, so I can't really tell what I think about this game because every time it brought me down, it brought me back up, and every time it brought me up, it brought me back down. There's a lot of people who are like saying, "Oh, these are these games which do Pokemon better," sort of thing, as of late, and it's like I'm still going to stand by my ground that if anyone wants a new thing for Pokemon, if they're disappointed in Pokemon, although I have heard lots of good things about Legends Arceus from the leaks and such, particularly what it does with its final boss battle. Don't ignore most of the new Pokemon designs. They're all awful. What did they do to poor Sneasel? Oh god.
I'm not huge on the system.
Yeah, my recommendation is still Nexomon. The Nexomon games do it so well.
Yeah,
the only problem with Nexomon, which is something that this one doesn't suffer from, is the fact that they basically gutted a majority of the roster from one game to the other, whereas this one actually reuses a lot of the monsters before, and so you've got that familiarity with the series.
Yeah.
Whereas Nexomon felt like the first game was like a test trial on mobile phones, and then they wanted to make a console/PC game, and so they did change a lot from the original basis, in terms of like the monsters. They've kept a lot of the gameplay elements, are real cool, but yeah, better than Sword and Shield, I can say that. I preferred it over a Hand Time.
Yeah.
Because I felt there was more characters I enjoyed. Not the ones who were constantly with me. But I really like Kyle, though I've got to say, they really do. I mean, it doesn't help that, of course, I've been checking out Tumblr comics sort of thing, but they really kind of,
It does come across like a shit.
Yeah.
Because Kyle's such a symbiote.
Also, he's the only character your age.
Yeah.
As well, You even have cats.
Yeah. You got 2 cats already.
Yeah.
And a bunch of birds.
Yeah.
Which were technically pets to the cat.
Yeah, like the finale thing, as I said, remove Cheval, have him in post-game sort of thing, to tease sort of thing. And have it so that, you get Kyle's for a good bit, but then, that final sort of arc sort of thing, you do have the characters appear, your old allies, but then for the final thing you get Kyle, because that way you've had time to interact with Kyle a lot.
Yeah.
It felt like, Also, it's funny, because I went back to all these areas to see how people reacted to Kyle, but then all those cutscenes, they've seen Kyle for the very first time.
Yeah,
you teamed up with Kyle, I already came back and told you about him.
Yeah, because I went back and talked to them all as well.
But yeah, like the whole destruction of nature thing really is just choosing one side or the other.
Yeah.
There's no telling that it would have actually destroyed nature, really. Because what reason would it?
Well,
just be hungry.
There's a lot of monsters that destroy nature is the problem.
Mm.
I think that's just a problem with Monster Hunter in general, though.
Yeah.
Is you've got too many world-ending threats. It's kind of... Wow, those frames.
They need more small-scale stuff that... And, for the
You're
love
dead! Twice!
Yeah, again, the red stuff didn't work because it's too... Like, the red stuff only works because Ina thing, sort of thing. It doesn't work for you. There is more bond you have with... they eventually, I think they did do well with the bond with Rafa, but oh gosh, it was so badly forced at the start.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, literally the only reason I paid attention to Red, and I've said this, but friend of Rafa. All that just to become his friend. The only reason I paid attention to Red was because he had those stupid love heart eyes. It was hilarious. You get a little crown.
Yay. So yeah, that was our playthrough of Monty Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Sugar. Oh, no, there's more cutscenes.
Barrel!
The best character.
I missed you, Barrel. Glad you made it through alive.
Yes, we know that. That was a while ago. That was like a month ago. Oh no, Chief Kara's got Alzheimer's. We need a new chief.
This feat was
Maybe he's just a little slow.
The power of your kinship with Ratha, an impressive strength. Born of trust.
Our trust was born from not wanting to kill him when he was a baby. It's not really. It's quite easy at that point.
Will be retold time.
Why has Ina come back here?
Never to be forgotten. You are our living legends.
And all it took was putting constant peer pressure on me this entire time. Navru, you already had a legacy to you.
Yeah, you can't be double legendary hero.
Just be known as
That'll be the third game when you actually. I'm the double legendary hero.
You won't be known as Red's grandchild. You'll be known as an actual person.
Thank you. It only took me saving the world. You know, my dad and mum didn't have to deal with it.
Your dad and mum are dead.
My uncle was just a baker. He didn't have to be sent on this dangerous quest.
Leader, this is so exciting.
Come on.
Garrett's right there, man.
Come on. Nanka's just saved the world. Stop putting all this responsibility on her.
Grant you access to the Elder's Lair in the Forbidden Grounds.
I didn't have access. Wait, I didn't have access before? Nah, you were going to be arrested, but you saved the world.
Aren't all riders supposed to stay away? It's crazy dangerous there.
We just saved the entire world. I'm
Also,
Monsters lurk in that place.
it's hilarious. It's like, I now give you access to the Elder's Lair, where elder dragons reside.
Oh, let me get stuff flipping.
Oh yeah, he was allowed to go there.
I'm just
Monsters.
skipping that, come on.
Went to do it.
Yeah, I don't need more red. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, look. It's also funny, right?
You too may find something.
Is there anything story-wise there?
There is. This is where the post game is.
Yeah, well, like, what post-game story is there really?
An elder dragon.
Oh.
You're no longer the rookie
But
rider
it's also
anymore.
funny because that whole place is filled with elder dragons.
By the way, has everyone,
And it's like elder dragons.
Oh, hey! Has she leveled up, or is she like a level 10 still?
I think she levels up.
In the wake of
But still like a standard Velociraptor.
Yeah, she still has the Velociraptor.
monsters appearing far and wide.
To think it would have such a widespread effect.
Only as far as the islands of this game, though.
Somewhere else in one of the other Monster Hunter games, everyone's getting killed.
Alwyn is sure to lend a hand. Avinia and Kuan is reliable as well.
Oh, so now they can leave their villages to help us, yeah?
Roberto, unfortunately, is not with it at the moment.
Like,
Wait, where is Cheval? We don't know where he lives.
Kyle and Tsukino, of course.
We don't know where they live.
You made
Don't worry, Navarro
many
stalks
friends
them.
along the way. And your adventure is far from over.
I'm going to therapy now.
Incorrect, because this is the end of our Let's Play.
Yeah.
So it's over.
I hope you enjoy. Oh yeah, well, there's things we'll talk about because basically the channel may be changing from here on, or at least this might be the last year where things are quite as they are. Because you have a full-time job and I'm aiming for a full-time job. So
Yeah, so we are going to have to shake things up a bit on how we do things, because
this might result in less episodes per week. I'm thinking we might need to go to a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. But for our next playthrough, we'll try to see about Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Because it's a shorter playthrough in theory next time.
it's just a matter of finding time to record and edit and such.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot harder.
Admittedly, I have no idea when I'm going to bounce back on the job thing. Because I'm, as talked about before, I'm
Sad.
pet job wasn't the best job to go for at this current time.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have a pet, so yeah. And I've got ideas for jobs, but it's like I'm still a bit too raw, I guess.
You need time.
Yeah.
But either way, we're going to figure it out as we go along. We'll probably just do an update video to explain what's happening anyway.
Yes.
But for now, like, comment, subscribe to...
Oh yeah, someone's a little more dangerous. The Cooler Q. That's the big elder dragon waiting for you. Just the Cooler
A
Q.
chicken! But its name is Red!
Oh, for love. The
I
red.
meant the colour.
Oh, the red chicken. Okay.
Yeah, so, bye.
Cheerio.